Oh, honey, this is such a beautiful day.
It's raining outside.
Yeah, but we kind of needed the rain. I mean, the grass needed to be watered. The whole city has needed rain for a while, and we're getting it.
I just washed my car. Really?
Yeah, so did I. But you know what? They give you that 48-hour comeback if it rains, and so it's like getting 2 car washes for the price of 1.
Really? Okay.
Hey, you know, everyone is going to have a bad day, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have a bad day from time to time. And whenever your husband or your wife has a bad day, it's not necessarily your job to cheer them up. Just be there for them and listen to them and understand what is on their heart. But have you ever had a friend who is always throwing shade on just about everything throughout the relationship? I mean, have you ever had a friend like that?
Why does it just have to be a friend? It could be a friend and family. I mean,
could be a friend, could be a family, could be someone that you don't really want to have as a friend anymore. And we'll talk about that one too. I mean, bringing the good stuff, the positivity to a relationship has a lot of really great things, great aspects, some great byproducts to it. First of all, it improves your communications. Just like you said, you know, someone who's maybe they're not a friend, they may not be a friend because you don't feel like talking to them. And you don't feel like talking to them because they're always so negative, right? And so if you bring a positive demeanor to your relationships, you improve the communication in that relationship and you can become closer friends. It engenders more intimacy. And intimacy isn't just physical intimacy. I mean, there's spiritual, there's emotional intimacy. Just sharing the things that are deep within your heart with the people who are close to you.
okay.
But they don't want to hear that if you're always being negative, right? So, what would be some of the bad things that can happen for always having a negative or a dark cloud looming over your communications when you're talking to somebody?
I mean, you're talking about the negative part of it. Negative could be you're talking about each other.
Throwing shade.
You're throwing shade instead of communicating properly with each other.
Yeah.
You're always angry with that person.
Having that negativity as a consistent presence in your relationship, that can actually lead to a downward spiral.
Okay.
The downward spiral is coming from, you know, like we said before, not wanting to spend time, not wanting to communicate with that person because it can get to be painful. It can be the downward, the downtrodden part of the day if that person's always being negative. You just want to avoid them.
That's usually what happens.
And now that leads to 2 things potentially.
Okay.
One, it leads to abuse and abandonment. Look, whenever someone's being negative, at first it may only be being negative about other things. It could just be the weather. It could be my car broke down. It could be the people at work. But the more you stay in that mindset of negativity, sooner or later that negativity will start being pointed at your spouse.
But you do realize also with the negative, it could be there's got to be a root cause. There's a root cause for everything.
There's a root cause for everything.
Yeah.
But if you don't address it and you just keep getting downward spiral into this negativity, then before you know it, your spouse is being blamed for everything. And then what kicks in? It's what we all know as fight or flight. If they're constantly attacked, they're either going to fight, which can look like either verbal abuse or worse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. It could also lead to abandonment. Because if the spouse is always being torn down, thrown shade upon, then they don't want to be around anymore. So when we think of those things, those consequences, we tend to focus on those consequences as opposed to the root cause. And if the root cause was just the demeanor that I have every day, then what should you do? Right now, today, look at the positives. Look at what can I bring to the table today that's sunshine. Do I always need to be a shade tree? Am I always a shade tree? Is my spouse always a shade tree? Maybe we can just tweak our conversations a little bit. It might be every day, it might be every other day, but find a way to find positivity, sunshine in your relationship, and then watch it blossom. Watch you guys get closer together, more intimate, And if you're on a downward spiral, it can start to turn things around. It might take a little while, but that is the way. Positivity is the way to longevity in your marriage. So I'm Rob Hollis.
I'm Winona Hollis.
We're my relationship experts.
Yes, we are.
And we're here to help you make love last a lifetime.